Tice Madox Solicitors is results-oriented, but with a distinctive approach tailored to our clients' needs in our specialist fields: immigration law, criminal law, employment law, commercial law, family law, and contracts law. We are well equipped in our litigation and advocacy for the benefit of our clients, corporates, and individuals. Why not visit us at 5 Oakfield House, Oakfield Road, Ilford, London, IG1 1EF. We are just 15 minutes from Liverpool Street Station. Tice Madox Solicitors. Try us. We are professional.
Hello, and welcome to the program. My name is Justice Maduforo. I'm a solicitor, I'm a barrister, and I'm also the principal of Tice Madox Solicitors. This program, as you all know, brings the very best to you. It showcases you and signposts you to the right information, to the right firm that can articulate your case properly and professionally as well, and then proffer solutions and advice to you. And therefore, you could have a clear-cut decision, and then you could be able to know what you're doing in your case. Tice Madox Solicitors is poised to represent you in all areas of law that we do, as you could hear from the intro. We are a general practice firm, but specializing in these fields that we discuss, from immigration, which I've discussed in this program, to employment, to family law, to criminal law, to contract law. As a matter of fact, criminal matters, we have legal aid franchise to represent you from the police station all the way to the Supreme Court, even to the European Court of Justice. And as you know, on legal aid, that is for crime for you. At any point in time, your words or yourself are found, invited, called, arrested by the police. Do not go there by yourself. Make sure this telephone number is in your phone to call and to give it to the custody officer or the officer arresting you or officer inviting you to attend the police station voluntarily, that you have a solicitor you want to speak to first before you're interviewed. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this program signposts you to the right place. I have discussed in this program very important information. As you know, let me pause there to say that information is key. In the United Kingdom, in America, in the world all over, in Nigeria, information is key all over the world. When you are informed to the right information and the right thing you need to do, you spend less money. You spend less stress. As a matter of fact, you have no stress at all. And you get things done quicker. So information is key. This program signposts you to the firm that you will get the right information quicker, simpler, and in exact solution that you need. Positive result, as a matter of fact. So therefore, your case can proceed, or you could have that right advice before you enter into that contract or negotiation. Ladies and gentlemen, my discussion today, and I'll be discussing immigration, and my topic is extended family member of EEA National. My topic today is immigration, of course. Today, of course, I've discussed other areas of law here, and which will continue if you go to our website, also go to our YouTube pages, Tice Madox, and also to our social handles, Tice Madox. In Facebook is Tice Madox Solicitors, and also if you go to Twitter is at Tice_Madox, and you can also on Instagram, Tice Madox Solicitors. All we do are all there clear for you to follow up. So I have discussed all these areas of law on this program, on this show. And however, today I will be discussing, or rather you're watching me now, immigration. And my topic is extended family member of EEA National. Now, what is an extended family member of EEA National? Who is an extended family member? Now, that's very important. Now, before I go in there, let me say this, that over the years, all legal matters are going technical. It's no longer a straightforward thing that you pick up and then you complete the form you send out. Things are changing. Obviously, with the Brexit happening now, there's a lot of technicalities that has been imbibed in the law, that in such a way that if you don't argue properly now, then you should be arguing outside the box. So this firm argues well for you. When it comes to immigration now, it's no longer complete form and lodge. It's gone technical. Why do I say so? Because certain things now, over the years, there have been pronouncement of the Court of Records, from the upper tribunal to the Court of Appeal, to the High Court, to the High Court, to the Court of Appeal, to the Supreme Court. These judgments are affecting the way immigration application forms used to be, or affecting and changing the phase of applications now, in such a way that if you are not technically sound in your application, which you have in your mind that it will succeed, it will just come back thrown in front of you as a refusal. Most people don't know that, and I'm sure you know that. Not only in immigration, in criminal matters as well. In employment matters, laws are changing on every day-to-day basis. And that is why you have legal experts that follow these things morning till night. Tice Madox Solicitors, myself especially, we follow the law. I follow the law. I sleep on the law. I read the law. I eat with the law. I have my breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the law. I think the law. When I dream is the law. When I work, I talk is the law. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot miss to take opportunity of someone who is legally qualified and competent and equipped with a strong eagle eye to advise you and to deal with your case. You have no excuse anymore. Not at all if you fail to take advantage of this program and to come to us so that we can prepare you accordingly. As I said, legal matters have gone technical. And it's those who are sound technically are those who are sure to receive success and sure to achieve positive results for their clients. And that's what we stand for. That's what we stand for. That's what Tice Madox Solicitors stands for. That's what I stand for, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, extended family members has gone technical. It's no longer the way people apply. As a matter of fact, I had to make an investigation and inquire for information as to the number of applications and extended family members with the Home Office. It has drastically shrunk. It has shrunk from the previous applications in 2 years' time, 2 years prior to today. It has shrunk seriously. That most people are no longer considering making an application that are called extended family members. Now, there are two sets of family members under the 2006 or 2016 European Convention, European European Area Regulation 2006 and 2016. There are two types provided. One is extended family member, and the other one is the family members. I am not talking about the family members. I'm talking about the extended family members, which majority fall into. Majority of you fall into. But because some of you have made this application in the past, it's been refused, and so, therefore, you give up. Don't give up. As I said to you, laws have gone technical. It is those who are sound technically knows how to argue and prepare the argument for application. Preparation is very key. That's what I stand for. To prepare from the foundation that this application we are making, as a matter of fact, I have foreseen, and I have gauged that in future, this application will succeed. And that's why preparation is key when you're making the application. That's what I do for you. That's what Tice Madox Solicitors stand to do for you. Don't go do it your way, because at the end of the day, you pay the fee, come back, it just doesn't make any sense. I remember information you have keyed in earlier on, and now you don't want to change it again. The Home Office will see you as a desperado. Will see that why haven't you put this information you're putting now? So don't go spoil your case by thinking you are smart. You're not smart, because there's a reason why there's division of labor. There's a reason you have the doctors, you have the engineers, you have the lawyers, you have the architects, you have the nurse, you have everybody. You have the IT experts. There's a reason you have all these divisions of labor. And they are trained in their field to master their act. Master their field. Tice Madox Solicitors, justice myself, has mastered my field, not only in representation, in litigation, in advocacy for you, all encompassing, one-stop shop. Why don't you take advantage of that? Extended family members, who are extended family members under the 2016, or rather from before then, 2006 European Economic European Area 2006 regulation or 2016 regulation. Who are extended family members? The extended family members are not your wife. They are not your spouse. They are married partners. They are relatives, brother, sister, grandfather, grandmother. These are, to some extent, your extended family members. Your sibling, your brother, your sister, as I said, your nephew, your cousin. These are extended family members. Now, they are extended. Why? The law made it that way because they are not in the definition of family members under Regulation 7. And so it's provided for extended family members under Regulation 8 of the 2006 regulation and 2016 regulation. So the family members are provided there who they are. Now, it is a task to show, number one, your relationship with this person who is an EEA national. Now, remember, he's exercising treaty right. Now, the law has shrunk in such a way that most people cannot meet the requirement of that application. Most of you can't. Even if you read in the regulation, you don't know how to interpret it. The regulation is just not only embedded in Regulation 8. There are other regulations and extended and also council directives. The council directives of the European Union also come to play and fuse together to define who extended family member is. And that is very important. And who is qualified, who is competent to interpret that And not just interpretation of that, but also to package it, to suit you. Only Tice Madox Solicitors. I speak with passion. I speak with great conviction. I speak with great certainty. I speak with understanding, undisputed knowledge in the legal field, because this is what I'm trained to do. That's what Tice Madox stands for. We're not just standing there to rub a stamp. We are standing there to argue for you with the Home Office, in the tribunal, in and out, in the High Court, in the Court of Appeal, in the Supreme Court for you. As long as we have arguable case for you, we will run with it. So the extended family members, the difficulty for most people who are sitting on that application, some of you, let me get to that. I think I need to stand to explain that. Some of you have made applications in the past. Let me tell you this. Most of your applications have been refused. Why? And some of you have been granted residence card as extended family member of an EEA national. But when the 5 years has elapsed, or prior to the elapse of your 5 years residence card, it found out that your EEA national member, extended family member, is no longer exercising treaty right, or even if it's exercising treaty right, that you have fallen out of favor with the extended family member of who is your EEA national, who is an EEA national. You're falling out of favor. So he can no longer provide you with documentation to prove that you continue to be an extended family member of that EEA national, or most especially that you are entitled to permanent residence at the end of your 5 years residence card. Some of you are sitting on that and your applications have been refused when you now applied for your permanent residence. Yes, some of you, because you know, when you come to our office, you know how to sort it out. We know how to make that application. It's a technical application, ladies and gentlemen. It's not an application that you just lodge. It's a technical application where you require competent and technical skill to make that permanent residence application work for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we stand for at Tice Madox Solicitors. I say this so that you will know and spread the news. You will know and tell others, because EEA extended family member application is possible. The rate of our success is humongous. We've succeeded in such applications. So you can know, you can tell that to every other person. We've succeeded in such application, and I can tell you clearly, the success rate in such application in arguing with the Home Office to say that you got it wrong in this circumstance. You've got it wrong to refuse this application. You got it wrong in not giving the right of appeal in this application. You got it wrong because we know how to argue the matter. Now, under the 2016 regulation, let me also zoom in there. 2016 regulation came to fine-tune, and as a matter of fact, came to repeal 2006 regulation. So depending on when you're making your application, some of you, once you make the application prior to the signing into effect of 2016 regulation, so your case will be considered under the 2006 regulation if you made your application before the enactment of 2016 regulation. So if your application was lodged before or afterwards of the enactment of 2016 EEA regulation, then therefore your case will be considered on that new set of laws. Now, there's a difference in argument legally between 2006 regulation, what it pertains, and 2016 regulation, what it stands for now. So there's a lot of varieties now and disparity between these two regulations irrespective of your case. Now, when it comes to fulfillment of what the law says, before you can qualify as an extended family member of an EEA national under the 2006 regulation, has a different flavor to 2016 regulation. Now, what does that mean? It boils down to what you need to satisfy before you could be granted residence card under Regulation 17 of the EEA national of the EEA Regulation 2016 or 2006 regulation. Now, those requirements, some of you cannot meet it. More especially Regulation 4, where most of you fall short of. Now, there's a lot of technical and legal ambiguities in terms of the way it is worded from Regulation 8. It is worded differently. From Regulation 8, subparagraph 1, it argued differently in terms of what you need to fulfill. Now, it comes down to the or part of it, which is 5. So you meet 2, 3, 4, or 5 now of that regulation. It comes down to now boil down onto whether you can fulfill Regulation 4. Regulation 4 or paragraph 4 or subparagraph 4 of Regulation 8 is very technical, very technical. That most of you don't fall into when it comes to say the non-EEA national member require care due to a serious medical condition of the non-EEA national to be able to reside with the EEA national in the member state country. So that's very technical there, because with that, some of you don't have serious medical illness. Even if you have serious medical illness, the question now would be, how is it classed? Can it not be treated in your country? Can EEA national who lives in the UK or live in Spain, who live in Ireland or the EU countries, can they not fund your sickness? The question now would be, do you really need to live with the EEA national in the EEA country? Do you really need to? Now, that is a very high tax some of you cannot meet, but you know what? It's good news, because Tice Madox Solicitors move away from that requirement to a deeper requirement some of you cannot find. And it's that requirement that will throw up and will boycott the serious health relations which is required under the criteria, and lodge the application under that unseen paragraph, on another unseen paragraph that you are not able to see. Ladies and gentlemen, and Home Office will not flag it up to you because you didn't flag it up, you didn't argue it, so why would they give it to you? So it is your tax, and you prove your case. That's why you come to the firm that understand the law with a strong eagle eye to read in between the lines of judgments, in between the line of statutes, into the line of order enactments, especially the council directives of the European Union, and also in conjunction with the domestic law of the United Kingdom, in conjunction with the EEA regulation 2006, if you applied before then or after 2016. We argue the line in line with you, and your case is successful. So some of you that have made prayer applications have been refused and you've given up, and you are still in relationship with your extended family member, with your EU national, and you're either a brother, sister, cousin, nephew, uncle, aunt of an EU national, and you've given up, or your application for permanent residence has been refused and you have given up, and you have no other application and you've gone to hiding. Come out from your hiding. Take this telephone number, come to Tice Madox Solicitors, and seek proper advice on the way forward. You have no excuse. So therefore, you watching this program now, if it's not for you, if either you're watching this program on YouTube or watching it on the Facebook, on Instagram or Twitter account, and anyway you're watching this program or on Believe TV on this or any other television program, I tell you, if you don't know or you know who is going through immigration issues and they have their relatives here who is EU national and they have made application in the past which was refused under dependence of EU national, and they've been refused residence card or permanent residence have been refused, or before the expiry of their 5 years residence card is been curtailed, is been cut short, is been cut down, it's been stopped, and therefore because of the lack of relationship or documentations, or maybe you were accosted by the Home Office in the past and they found out that you're not actually in relationship with your EU national and you were detained, your leave has been revoked, whatever it is, you run to Tice Madox Solicitors. Remember that we don't only deal with EE applications, every form of immigration applications, every form of asylum application that you're going through, you can count on this firm. You can count on this firm. From the passion I discussed this, it will be obvious to you that I know my onions. It will be obvious to you that this firm means well for you. It will be obvious to you that this firm actually has the formula. It will be obvious to you that this firm clearly can take this matter forward. Remember that our poise and our determination and our sincere purpose is not only restricted to immigration. Remember that it extends, it cuts across, it dives into all the areas of law: criminal law, employment law, family law, contract law. And you can count on that, litigations in the county court, in the tribunals. You can count on us for litigation, proper advice, and also advocacy. All one-stop shop to ensure that you succeed. That is a primary goal. That is the primary goal. The primary goal of a doctor is to make sure you're healed, and they do what they need to do. But however, if you go to the wrong doctor, you are wrongly diagnosed. And once you're wrongly diagnosed, treatment is commenced on the wrong diagnosis or wrong prognosis. But remember this, Tice Madox Solicitors will diagnose your case properly well and apply the right legal antidotes to it. Apply the right legal medicine, the right legal pill, the right legal solution that will make your case succeed. You make your case stand out from others. That is exactly what I'm trying to push to you here. This program is not legal advice, you know that. It kickstarts your consciousness to go away to get the right information that you need. Yes, that you need we will advise you on black and white. There's no gray areas. There's no but you know what? No, we don't do that. We tell you as it is, black and white, looking at the lens and argument that we have run, succeeded on, and it becomes a principle. We can address you, advise you in that line so that you know your options very well. You know, when you know your options and the options, you know the advantages of the options you're choosing, disadvantages of the option you're choosing, you could be very informed. You could go home and sleep and say, hang on, I got the right information here. We cannot give you advice and we cannot represent you without telling you the chances of your success in the case we want to do for you, the gray areas that you may be looking at if it is not, you know, furnished, if it is not prepared. Sometimes we will ask you to go get this information prepared well and then come. Get this information right well. If you have missed information that you need to include to us, we will send you away to gather that information, come back, the application is boom, it's clear. So you can count on the firm that can advise you properly. So extended family member application is a technical area. Now, let me now blow your mind. Now, most of you that have applied under extended family member, either under a married partner of an EU national or brother, sibling, sister, nephew, uncle, you know, whatever it is you apply as an extended family member, and he has been refused in the past and no right of appeal given to you, more especially. So I want to dive into that right of appeal. Now, there have been a lot of issues about whether extended family member can be given right of appeal when they make the application. A lot of you have been refused and no right of appeal given. And so some of you have even gone to judicial review, or you have been advised to go to judicial review, and then at the end of the day, you know, it comes back nothing. Trust me. Because whoever that prepared the application did not prepare it well. Remember, the first thing we want to do first for you in this application or other applications is to make sure it's granted first. That's the first thing first. When we make the preparation and set the ground rolling to the right application that we need and the success that we expect to achieve, when we lay down ground properly well, what we not expect is a grant. In any event that it was refused, remember that when that preparation is done, we infuse argument on right of appeal inside our application as well. We infuse it in such a way that even if they refuse, they begin to think, this guy has made a perfect argument here. How do you want us to give right of appeal or not? They'll be considering and pondering over it. Now, right of appeal for extended family members has been a case study going on right now. At some point, the First Chair Tribunal, Upper Tribunal, has ruled that extended family members do not have right of appeal. Now, some cases has also gone forth to the Upper Tribunal back again. The Upper Tribunal has now, at a stage, corrected themselves by agreeing that it's a right of appeal. The Upper Tribunal also, the Court of Appeal has also reversed some decisions of the Upper Tribunal and agreed that some right of appeal that's infused in any immigration application decision by the Home Office, especially the extended family member. Now, the case of Seller has gone back and forth from the Court of Appeal, from the Upper Tribunal to the Court of Appeal, back and forth, and we're following that. Now, at the conclusion of that matter, now, the Home Office come to argue. Now, they come to argue. The Court of Appeal agreed that there's a right of appeal. The Home Office come to argue to differentiate between 2006 regulation and 2016 regulation. Remember that. Put this in your mind. A division has now been created. 2006 regulation and 2016 regulation. So if application was made and before the enactment of 2016 regulation, the Home Office will consider your application under the 2006 regulation, where the Court of Appeal has endorsed that there's a right of appeal. Now remember that the agreement, the case that went up to the Court of Appeal to agree as a extended family member, the Home Office, this matter came through the 2006 regulation before the enactment of 2016. So Home Office continued to make a case that that particular decision of right of appeal for extended family member only extends to 2006 regulation. Now, that 2016 regulation has been argued that the decision in Salah apply. Now, another case has gone further in the case of Banga. That case has gone further. I can tell you clearly. The case has gone further. It's gone further. The Court of Appeal has made a decision on that. The Upper Tribunal made a decision on that. Guess what? The Upper Tribunal, in the case of Banga, has come to realize there might be some issues here, though, in respect to the right of appeal of an extended family member. Now, we're following that as well. Now, they made reference on questions to answer to the Court of Justice, European Court of Justice. So they referred some questions germane questions, which is actually correct. And this is the right of an EEA national in respect to decisions made by the Home Office to right of appeal. That case has gone to the Advocate General of the European Court of Justice. A decision has been made, and the Advocate General has made a decision that it might be to the judicial review system of the domestic country or member state country to determine. However, decision is yet to be made now by the European Court of Justice. That decision will now follow, which has been pending and waiting now. So, in the real sense, the Home Office should be granting right of appeal to any extended family member application that's refused. But remember what, ladies and gentlemen, in wrapping up this discussion right now, is that Tice Madox Solicitors will prepare the application, first of all, with the concept of a grant first. So don't make no mistake about that. Our first priority is a grant. When it comes and it happens that we need to argue it on the right of appeal, we go further to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot is on my head to discuss with you, and I'm always very pleased to introduce topics here. Remember, what I discuss is not legal right. They are not at all. So therefore, you must make sure that is the position. Till I come your way next time again, ladies and gentlemen, I remain your host, Justice Maduforo, and also remain this particular firm, Tice Madox Solicitors, that is right for you, the right place to go. Till next time, the telephone details are on the screen where you can always contact us, and we are free and happy to take your calls, come to the office, wherever you are. We can take that instruction from you, wherever you are in the world, in the UK, in anywhere. We will take instruction and represent you and your words perfectly well. In all the areas of law that we do, they're all on the screen, and as the intro plays out now, you will see and take advantage of this. Refer this number and this program to all of your friends and family and colleagues who are looking for proper legal advice, a friendly firm to advise them. They come to Tice Madox Solicitors. Ladies and gentlemen, therefore, it is time I need to say goodbye. But keep watching Tice Madox Solicitors, this program, on all the platforms that we have, on YouTube especially, and go to our website, ticemadox.com. Till next time, Justice Maduforo. I'm a solicitor. God bless you.
Tice Madox Solicitors is results-oriented, but with a distinctive approach tailored to our clients' needs in our specialist fields: immigration law, criminal law, employment law, commercial law, family law, and contracts law. We are well equipped in our litigation and advocacy for the benefit of our clients, corporates, and individuals. Why not visit us at 5 Oakfield House, Oakfield Road, Ilford, London, IG1 1EF. We are just 15 minutes from Liverpool Street Station. Tice Madox Solicitors. Try us. We are professional.